Hey everyone, welcome to this pick a card reading. So this will be a timeless reading. Whenever you click on this video is the perfect time for you to receive the messages. Basically, I'm going to channel messages that are about what beauty are you creating for yourself in your life right now, or what blessings are on their way to you, and yeah, just talking about what you're attracting and your energy and that, because that's really what I do when I read tarot. Is like I read your energy and I let you know what's going on in your system, so it really gives you the power then to shift whatever you feel like shifting in your life, or to see that you have maybe more choices available to you than you could see. So yeah, so basically I have 3 piles. This is pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So choose via your intuition and whichever one you feel drawn to, and then I'll list the timestamps below and you click on that and it'll take you to a reading, and then I'll see you there. Okay, bye. Hello group 1, welcome to this reading. So these are your tarot cards, these are your oracle cards. So you have Amethyst, transformation, certainty and confidence. Moonlight Goddess, repressed emotions, healing, reflection. A moment's regret, nostalgia, idealizing the past, fearing that you have made a mistake. Dance, that's one I put in for you. Trust and improving health. Oh my goodness me, the neighbors. Wow, this is great. I'm assuming y'all will be able to hear that chainsaw noise. Oh my gosh. Okay, 5 of Wands, the 4 of Pentacles, the Sun of Cups, or the Knight of Cups. I think it's like the same color as my nails. The Empress, the 9 of Cups, the 4 of Wands, the 8 of Wands, and the 3 of Cups. Okay, I'm going to put them all together nicely, hold on. Okay, so taking a look at your cards now, what I'm really feeling the need for you to feel some things. So with repressed emotions, healing and reflection, as well as nostalgia, idealizing the past and fearing you've made a mistake, I feel like there's this energy of like grief or loss or some kind of reflection and looking back on your life. And yet there seems to be this like energy in you of like missing the way things used to be, or you know, feeling the loss of the things that aren't that way anymore. But actually I feel like there is this like deeper knowing in you that things weren't as good as you're making them out to be now. Like, it's really easy to look back on a situation and think, you know, that we like miss it because, oh, I was the most confident ever when I was at this point in my life. But then it's like, if we get honest about it, maybe there was, you know, some really toxic things going on at some level that was facilitating that. You know what I mean? There's this need to see that things are always getting better for you, because they are, and you're creating, you know, you are wiser now than you've ever been. You are more beautiful now than you've ever been. Like cultivating that kind of thing in yourself right now, because we have transformation, certainty and confidence and improving health and trust. And I think, you know, maybe there is a need for you all to like take care of your health in a different way. Like with the 8 of Wands, I can kind of talk about like doing more physical activity, and with the dance, I think there is this embodiment piece that might really transform things for you, and really coming at that from a place of like a lot of compassion and self-love, you know, not from a place of like, I'm gonna change my body and therefore I'm gonna move it in this way. Like really just moving your body or doing some kind of exercise because it genuinely makes you feel good, Like focusing on the feeling state in which you want to create more of in your life. And definitely not creating a feeling state of like, I'm not good enough as I am, rah, rah, rah. Because there might be this thing of like nostalgia, idealizing the past, fearing you've made a mistake. Maybe you're just like, oh my gosh, I used to be like, you know, how many of you people out there, I mean, I don't want to say like that it's necessarily ladies, but how many of you people out there have this thing of like, oh my gosh, I used to fit into this size of clothing, and when I fit into this size of clothing, I was so much more attractive. Oh my god, that name and noise. But how many people have had that experience, right? And maybe for some people it's like that you used to fit into a larger size and you felt better in that size. Maybe for some of you it's used to fit into a smaller size and you were like, but I was so rah then. I feel like that creates a lot of repression of your emotion, and it really blocks your confidence sometimes when you get into that frame of mind. So maybe it's time to concentrate on your health and how maybe you're actually eating a lot healthier right now, or you're looking after yourself in nourishing ways that you haven't before, and to really concentrate on that, on your health, on a sense of really loving yourself unconditionally, and fostering that Empress energy. And the Empress energy is all of the queens together, the Queen of Wands, Swords, Cups, Pentacles, all together in one divine feminine bombshell, And again, no matter what your gender is, there's just this real sense of like, yeah, become confident in exactly who you are and how you are right now. Like, literally, how would you live if you decided, you know what, I don't want to change anything about the way that I look? Would that change the way you lived? Would you do more things? Would you get out there more? Would you go to the yoga class even though you're like, oh my gosh, what if everyone's looking at me because I can't do this thing? Would you just do it then? Like, do you know what I mean? Also, there's a message that you have community coming in for you. You're going to be meeting some new people. You might meet someone that you feel like you have a cute crush on, or they have a crush on you through a friendship group, because we have Three of Cups and the Knight of Cups there. We also have the Four of Wands, which again signifies community and coming home. So you might be moving home, you might be moving in with a group of friends, you might be moving because you meet someone, a love interest, or a love interest might be coming to you, because we have Eight of Wands as well. They might fly across the countries to see you, across the cities. They may be relocating. There's a strong message about that coming through, as you guys can probably feel the frequency of it right now. So there is also a message to trust that, and to trust in your own joy. Three of Cups is also like a celebratory and joyful energy. So yeah, really trust in what is coming for you in terms of community, fulfillment, romance. The Knight of Cups is like a charmer. He just wants to like make you feel cute and loved, and he shows up with that emotional offering of like, hey, I think you're really nice, like, would you want to date me? And it's really nice and innocent, it's sweet. It's a sweet energy. And the Nine of Cups is saying like that you probably want to say yes to this person, or you want to say yes to a new sense of community or friendship, or you want to say yes to confidence and certainty, and celebrating your body and celebrating your health and celebrating your beauty in this moment. Because guess what? Those times in the past that you might be idealizing, again, for example, your body or something from the past, it's like, excuse me, but were you even celebrating it then? Or were you just like critical of it then too? Do you know what I mean? Like, for sure, some people maybe you were celebrating it. Sorry, the neighbor noise makes me like laugh. I don't know, it's a coping strategy of mine, I guess. Anyway, but true, like, check in. Were you actually like loving yourself then? Or were you still critical? Or were you still conditional? Or were you still like not feeling good enough? And so it's sort of like, can you catch the trap? Is it just a trap that you're going and looking in the past like that? Because the Five of Wands energy, I'm feeling like this, it's like an energy, it's kind of like an energy of battle, or of like a little bit of like competition. You're kind of just like, rah, like it's that energy of like, I will fight you. You know what I mean? But I'm feeling like there's this energy of like combat towards yourself. Like there's this energy of like, I'm just feeling really strong frequency with the Five of Wands of like, you're not good enough or I'm not good enough. And it's so like painful for you at a deep level, you know, I think it really is. And the Four of Pentacles as well, being listed here as well is really interesting. I mean, the Four of Pentacles, okay, I have to show you this card up close. I was like just sitting on this armchair back here, but got pain on my hand still. Four of Pentacles. Okay, do you see in this imagery how she's got like a fire cooking in her home, and she is either letting someone in or like closing the door on someone or something, letting something in or closing the door on something. And this is exactly the choice that is being sort of presented to you now. Are you going to close that door, or are you going to open it for another round? Or is it needed that you open it? Like this card, the imagery in this card, to me, it goes either way. Like it might be that it actually, yeah, you need to open the door and let something in. Or it might be that you need to close that door and shut something out or someone out. So you know what's best for you. Wow, so pretty good energies I'm reading for y'all. Really, the amethyst, transformation, certainty, and confidence. Again, dance could be a really amazing strategy for you to anchor in that frequency of confidence for your body. For me, like dancing has changed my relationship with my body, and I love dancing, and honestly, it dissolves that kind of shame. You know the shame feeling. It's like the worst feeling in the world, probably. And it's basically, shame is saying, I'm not good enough. It's literally that vibration. It's also, you know, it's really linked in with a lot of things that I won't get into. But it's different from guilt. And I want to point this out because I feel like what you're feeling stuck in right now is shame, not guilt. Guilt is being like, oh, I did something bad. You know, like a little kid that hits their sister. It's like, oh, you should feel guilty because you did something bad. That kind of energy. No, shame is basically being like, you did something bad, therefore you are bad. Just you are bad. Not your behavior, not your choice. You are bad. And that's what shame is. So it's really debilitating, like truly. And honestly, dance is such an amazing way to dissolve shame, to literally clear it out from the energy system entirely and say, you know what, I'm not going to take on that right now. Because when we talk about emotions, like sometimes I hear people talk about like positive emotions or negative emotions. And truly, I don't feel like it's necessarily helpful to see emotions as being such a polarized experience, because I think they're all part of the human experience, and like, well, yeah, they are. However, shame is a unique one because shame is actually a toxic frequency to the body. And shame isn't one that is like necessary to feel. Like, I learned this through Brene Brown when like many years ago, I started reading Brene Brown's books, and shame doesn't serve us ever, ever. You know, like sometimes we talk about we have to feel our emotions to heal, and that is true for a lot of things. Like, for example, in order to forgive your mom or your dad, you have to get honest about how much they might have actually hurt you, and get honest in a way that's completely true for you, and feel through that so that you can just let that go and forgive them and see them for who they are in this moment, not how they've always shown up for you in the past, etc., etc. Okay, it's a process. But shame, no, shame is not helpful. Shame is it's never healing to feel shame. It's never okay really to feel shame. It's never okay for people to shame other people. You know, unfortunately, it happens a lot in school systems. It happens a lot in hospitals, in doctor's surgeries, in everything. We have this tendency to shame each other as human beings, and it is so heartbreaking. But still, the cycle stops with you. You cannot just wait for everyone else in the world to stop feeling shame or to stop trying to put their shame onto you. Now, sometimes I will also say that we can get really stuck in shame because we might try to share it with somebody, but they can't hold the frequency of it, or they can't reflect back to you that you are good enough. So it can reinforce a shame story of like, oh my god, this is so shameful, I should have never shared this with anybody. It's really, really common. So if that's happened for you, I feel like something that would improve your health, increase your confidence and certainty in who you are, is to really share that story with somebody, and possibly with somebody. I'm feeling like for you, it would really help to share it with a female who's a bit older, like almost like a mother figure in your life. Maybe you know someone, maybe it's someone else's mum, maybe it's your auntie, maybe it's your mum, maybe it's a tarot reader, whatever. I think there's a need to share a story of shame with someone and have it be received in a way that creates trust for you and creates the ability for you to let go of the repression of that feeling state. That is what perpetuates it in your energetic system. Yeah. Okay. So Empress energy, remember that, 9 of Cups, 8 of Wands, you got this community, you got these friends, you got this love interest coming in, whoop whoop, your health is getting better. I think you're going to be embodying exactly Empress energy, so really embodying your healthiest body ever, most freaking loved, self-love ever. 9 of Cups, say yes to something that you want to say yes to, and 8 of Wands, things are speeding up, so if you've been feeling a bit stagnant, speedy energy is coming in for you. And remember to don't turn the 5 of Wands energy against yourself. Don't attack yourself for whatever you attack yourself for, or for whatever idealization you've placed in a past version of yourself that is not true. Okay, I send you so much love, Group 1. Talk soon. Bye. Hey there, Group 2. Hope you're doing well. So let's take a look at your oracle cards. Okay. Perception, beyond the veil of illusion, and sacred journey, life cycles, family, transformation. Forget who you are, conditioning falls away, memory no longer defines you. Ooh, this one's I made. Stretch your body. Peaceful resolution and choose a new direction. Ooh, that's powerful together. Beyond the veil of illusion, forget who you are. Ooh. Okay, ooh, the 10 of Cups. It's the best. It's truly the best energy. 10 of Cups, the star. Don't you love the imagery on this star? It's my favorite depiction of the star. Judgment. Big. 2 major arcana. 2 of Swords, yeah. Choose a new direction. 2 of Cups. Ooh. Nice. 9 of Swords. That is such good imagery too for what the 9 of Swords is, which is like that feeling of like when you have so many thoughts going through your head, you can't sleep at night, and it's just like keeping you up in this like torturous kind of way, or you might have heaps of nightmares or psychic attacks. Actually, it's super the energy of psychic attacks, like when thoughts come in and we're like, that's not even what I believe, or that's not even something I would think or say, and then it just like it creates this frequency in you that's like, yeah, painful. Wheel of Fortune. This is the Mother Piece Tarot deck, by the way. Love the imagery. And the Sun of Wands, which is actually the Knight of Wands. Okay, I'm going to make these real pretty now. Okay, I'm going to just take a seat on this nice armchair now. So, yeah, I feel like there's something that's been on your mind recently that's been keeping you up at night, and Spirit wants you to know that there's a peaceful resolution awaiting you, and it does involve you needing to make some kind of a decision or just get out of a place of doubt. Like sometimes the decision that's needed is to surrender the doubt and the uncertainty, even though that's really challenging. But at the same time, I'm seeing with the perception card, beyond the veil of illusion, that you're really going to be able to be seeing clearly in a new way. You might have an insight come to you through someone saying something to you. Or like, you know, sometimes if you walk past people on the street and then you overhear this one aspect of their conversation or this one sentence, and it's almost like this cryptic message from spirit world to you, because it is. So something's going to happen that's going to be like this lightning bolt download for you, and you're going to be able to see things in like a totally different way, really sort of suddenly. And so there is this new direction happening for you in life, and the Two of Swords, the Two of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune with the Judgment card and the Star card. My goodness, there's so much here that's really incredible. So maybe there's also this need for you to have faith that the next cycle that's coming for you is actually one of absolute fulfillment. 10 of Cups, Star. You might be actually getting some kind of recognition, you know, in your own community or through some kind of like social media page or something like that, or your business is going to take off. There's something really big happening for you. Judgment as well is you're ending some kind of karmic cycle, and to me it feels like it's to do with relationship or to do with how you see yourself in the world, and really letting go of some harmful beliefs that you might have about yourself that keep you small, because we have to forget who you are. Memory no longer defines you, and something conditioning falls away. And we have 9 of Swords there. So it's sometimes there's like this, what's the word? Crux? Climax? I don't know what the word is necessarily. But sometimes, you know, when things reach a breaking point. So maybe you've just been feeling like, oh my gosh, all I can see right now exposed to me or being shown to me is like my own limitations of my mind, or the way I think, or the way I have attachment to people, or whatever. And it might be kind of like feeling really like torturous, because like I said, 9 of Swords can feel like pretty torturous sometimes. But again, it's like you're going to have this breakthrough in the way that you see things. It's going to be through a perception that's going to allow you to change your direction, to really take off that sense of blindfold over your third eye so you can see and perceive your intuition with absolute clarity, absolute certainty. 2 of Swords, there will be a time where maybe you have to speak this decision to somebody, or you have to say something, or make a commitment or intention or an affirmation to yourself about something. But the Wheel of Fortune as well, you know, there is some kind of a massive cycle that is coming to an end, and a new one is taking off for you now. And the 2 of Cups, you may be meeting a soulmate, like with the Star card there as well. Again, it could be from your same like star lineage, you know, like Mintakan, I'm feeling for a lot of you actually, because we have the mermaids here. Some of you Pleiadian, Syrian, okay, they're all kind of coming through now. So whichever starseed origin you are, and if you haven't done that yet, I would really recommend looking into that. You could actually contact me, and I will probably be able to, so basically you find this through the Akashic Records, and it's like, I am an Akashic Records reader, but the way the Akashic Records work is that not everyone is necessarily meant to know certain things. So if you come and you're like, I want an Akashic Records reading, it's like, okay, I'll ask your soul and we'll see if your soul says yes. You know what I mean? It's kind of strange like that. Anyway, so basically choosing a new direction, but also the universe is kind of choosing a new direction for you at the same time. Like there's kind of, with the Wheel of Fortune, like to me, it's like you will be swept up in this rising wave of something, of love, of a new career, of a new direction, of a new location, of a new sense of yourself, of letting go of identities that are rigid and restraining to you, letting go of some kind of conditioning that you were wearing like a mask, and then it was just becoming super uncomfortable and you were feeling more and more insecure because you weren't feeling authentic. That's just gonna go now. That's gone now. That's what this Judgment card and this Wheel of Fortune is. It's just like ripping that mask off your face and saying, look at the beautiful star that you are, and allow yourself to be the beautiful star that you are, so that you can reach your 10 of Cups, which is your destiny, and it is your birthright. And the 10 of Cups is amazing energy. The 10 of Cups is like, the 10 of Cups just like is just so much more powerful than the 9 of Swords energy. Like the 10 of Cups is like yes, 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 yes. You know? So much fulfillment in an emotional way, in a love way. So you might be like meeting a fire sign as well. They might have fire prominent in their chart. That's kind of a little message that I'm getting for some of you. Okay, but stretch, yes. This is also like, so when I wrote that, I meant it quite literally, that I would like channel that for you to maybe like just literally get out a mat or just on your floor right now and do a little stretch. Or like lie over a rolled towel like underneath your shoulder blades. It's really helpful for like opening up the chest and getting rid of any hunchback posture that might be created through our day, through driving or through on the computer. I used to be a massage therapist, and like, trust me, posture impacts so much more than you would think in terms of your actual like function of every aspect of your body. Like, it's amazing. It's like, oh, it's actually amazing to me. So anyway, stretch, 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 stretch. Yes, go stretch. You know, like, it doesn't have to be for a long time, but that will really, I think, help with this perception stuff. Because sometimes insights come to us when we're the most still, you know, when we're not looking for it, when we're just like sitting here, and then boom, it just bubbles up from inside of us. So the other aspect of the stretch thing, the stretch message, is around like flexibility of mind, flexibility of perception. Again, not holding on to exactly who you thought you are or who you think you are. Not holding on to conditioning because you think for some reason that makes you safer. Really allowing yourself to be flexible, maybe needing to hold multiple points of view or multiple people's truths. Even if they're not the same as your truth, can you still hold space for that? And that is their experience, and that you can respect that. And that it doesn't have to impact on your perception of yourself. You know, have that flexibility where you can get kind of like... you know, like, so that you don't snap at things straight away. Like, have a flexible way of looking at things or of taking things in, being more observational instead of reactive to things that people say, perhaps. Flexibility is really interesting. I do believe that a flexible body creates a more flexible mind. A strong body creates a more strong mind. Like, they're all feeding into each other. Or even a strong mind creates a strong body. See, it goes both ways, actually. It's totally both ways, because the mind is really important for our body. Like, if we're working out every day and eating really well, but our mind is still telling ourselves like, you're fat, you're disgusting, rah, rah, rah. Like, horrible, I know, to bring that frequency in, but let's be honest, how many times has that happened for people? Or it's that, you know, you're too thin, you're disgusting, whatever it is. It's like the mind really affirms our experience of our body. But at the same time, we can work on the mind through working on the body. We can work on the body through working on the mind. It's always both. This is the flexibility that I'm talking about in the mind. It's like, can you see that all things are real? That all things, like, it's not one or the other. It's not, well, if I've got a strong body, then I'll have a strong mind. It's both. They both impact each other. It's both. It's always both. And that holding of two polarities and seeing that, in a way, they're kind of exactly the same thing. Like, zooming in is the same as zooming out. You know, that kind of like wisdom. Okay, that's your reading, group 2, and I really hope that has served you today, and I send you so much love, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye. Hey, group 3. Oh my goodness. I don't know if it comes up on the microphone, but the neighbor has been making so much noise in their yard, doing things. Anyway, it's fair enough. So, we have moonlight, travel, romance, potential, evolution, again, earth changes, climate change, and transformation. Opportunity. Yay! Recovery. Sing! Go sing! Use that voice. Lead the way, be a leader, show others how it's done. You can help others. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you can hear that. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles, the Hanged One, the Seven of Pentacles, the King of Swords or the Shaman of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, the Two of Wands, and the Emperor. Alright, I'm going to make these pretty. Hey, group 3. Alright, I'm going to take a seat. Oh, sorry. I'm going to take a seat on my armchair and we're going to have a little chat, okay? Because I'm feeling your energy and I'm feeling like y'all have been going through some, like, you know, some pretty, like, contrasting experiences, I guess would be how I'd put it. Like, I even saw as I was laying out the cards, the left-hand side of the shot was like fully light and the right-hand side is like really dark and in shadow. And I feel like maybe you've been experiencing that kind of contrast or polarity in your life in terms of maybe having really, really up days and then having downer days, you know, or having days where you really want to sing and create and use your voice and be a leader and just be courageous in your embodiment, and then days where that doesn't feel so available to you, huh? So with the Ten of Swords and recovery, you know, I feel like you're recovering from some kind of heartbreak, something pretty painful, whatever it is for you. And yet Spirit's saying in that recovery there is this opportunity. And honestly, whatever you've gone through in your life, I really feel like there's a reason, like, whatever you've gone through in your life, I really feel like you are here to help others through telling your story. Because when I wrote sing on that little card, like, it means sing musically, but it also just means like to use your voice or to express yourself, to honor your own voice. And I feel like, you know, maybe you have a really beautiful way of telling stories, or you captivate people with your sound current, or you have a beautiful singing voice, or you speak light language, or something comes through you. And there's a message to be a leader and to show others this song of yours, your soul song, because it will help others, especially if you can speak about the kind of transformation that you've gone through like, you know, perhaps what you experienced through your childhood or at any point in your life. And also with this Ten of Swords and the Emperor there as well, it's sort of telling me, you know, that really recovery is you really finding your power, your innate power, and anchoring that in so strongly. Like, truly, like, I feel really happy when I channel that message for you. And then we have the King of Swords over here, and it's like, whoa, another message around you really using your voice. Like, let's have a look at this card. You see how there's like blue coming out of his mouth? And blue is such a throat chakra color, you know? Like, I really feel like you speaking your truth or telling your story or singing your song or creating your music or singing your light language is going to be a healing remedy for the whole earth, and it's going to be a healing remedy for you. So sometimes I think you feel like, oh, it takes so long with the like Knight of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles and the Hanged One. Like, maybe there's been a lot of delays to you getting out your music, or, you know, actually letting people listen to you sing, or some like delay in you feeling able to speak light language, or not feeling confident to share your story with people. All these sort of things that you know, is part of the process and it's part of the transformation. So I'm seeing there's an opportunity coming up for you in the next month. Like, this is a timeless reading, but in the next month from when you hear this, I feel like there's an opportunity coming up for you to do with you telling your story, or you singing a song, or you getting your music out there, or you speaking light language to somebody, or you like doing some kind of sound healing, or like really getting your song out into the world through an album recording. Yeah, recording an album. Whew. 8 of Pentacles as well. You know, why am I getting so breathless channeling for you guys? I feel like there's actually, it might really serve you to do some pranayama, which is like doing some kind of breath work and really changing your frequency and your energy through breath. You know, there are some really fun and fast ones to do that that really can help sort of anchor in that breath, because sometimes when we can't breathe in fully, like, it means we can't actually take in life fully. Like, it's really interesting how the breath kind of anchors us into this physical experience. So with the 8 of Pentacles as well here, it's really saying with the Emperor to me that you will find success through actually being the leader. So not so much through, like, take it or leave it, but I feel like for some of you it's like not so much through partnership in business, but more through being the leader or the owner of the business. Maybe you feel like you've had to compromise a lot with people recently or in the past, and that like hasn't served you heaps, or you're questioning that compromise in yourself now. So there's a message to like sing your own song, to like go your own path and not get distracted by what other people think of you, or what other people tell you should or should not do. So travel romance potential with Moonlight as well, and the 2 of Wands is that you could be meeting someone soon that there's a lot of passion between you both. They could be an Aries as well. There's definitely some energy of like, yeah, like the potential is what you're going to really like about this person and find really desirable about them, is like, whoa, like I see such a really bright like future with you kind of thing. The 8 of Pentacles as well, again, just catching my attention because it's telling you like that you are working so hard and you need to honor that. You're working so hard, and other people admire you for your hard work, but you also need to learn to rest and like love yourself for the work you do put in every day, instead of seeing like, oh, but there's still so much more, It's like, yo, that's part of being a good leader, is like how you treat yourself, you know. So I feel like you're really learning these things though with recovery. Like, you're really honoring yourself right now, and that's probably, you know, if it's something you want, that could be why there's romance coming in. What else am I feeling for y'all? Definitely doing some breathwork, meditation, or deeper breathing really will help with the recovery, because when we have heartbreak, it like can get actually stuck in our heart chakras, and it can mean that it shows up with like actually an inability to breathe in fully. Like, that can show up when we have grief. So it can feel on the day-to-day just like anxiety or something, or ungroundedness, but actually maybe it's that there's a need to really deeply grieve something or someone. Again, you're finding your power right now in this time period of your life. Do not doubt that. Know that you are a leader and you're destined to be a leader here, and the way that you live and you choose to show up in your life is your leadership. It is what is the inspiration to other people. You know, maybe you need to hear right now that you're an inspiration, that people look up to you, that people admire you and respect you, because maybe you don't always hear that. Maybe people just think that you know that about yourself. They just think that you would know that. Or they're intimidated by you, so they don't say it. But yeah, people admire you. They see you as a way shower. They see you as a trailblazer. and they appreciate you for what you've gone through as well, and your ability to have so much strength in that. There's another message coming through that if you feel like traveling but you can't right now, have patience and know that for some reason with the Hanged One that you're actually meant to be where you are right now, even if it feels frustrating or limiting somehow. It's actually something to surrender to, and maybe the meaning of that won't come until later, or maybe you do know a little bit as to the meaning of that, as in you can maybe at some level see like, yeah, there's wisdom in me being where I am right now, or maybe that will come in a few years, I don't know, but there's some kind of cosmic purpose for you to be where you are right now, and travel is still on your horizons, like hugely potential for you. But again, there may be some kind of delay, or you may have been experiencing some kind of pause in your plans and things like that. And yeah, Spirit's saying just keep reevaluating that, and like keep reevaluating your trajectory, because it is a good opportunity. I just saw opportunity when I said that. It is a good opportunity to like check in with your intentions, like for your business, or you know, what are you cultivating every day in your energies, and like, are you not doing something you want to do? Are you doing something you don't want to do? You know, that kind of thing. Just a really nice check-in time, and yeah, and also checking in and looking back at all the hard work you've already done this year, like let alone in the past however many years. Like, think about how much you've showed up for yourself this year already, because you have, you know, and sometimes you have to honor that. You're a spiritual warrior, like you really are. Own your warriorness, you know, because yeah, that's exactly who you are, and it's really strong and powerful and amazing. Okay, group 3, I send you so much love, and I'll talk to you soon, okay? Bye.